Yes, safe. $500. Well, that's interesting. I didn't even have to pick that up, did I? 125. What'd you find?
Oh, it's just writing the numbers down.
Okay. So at this point, didn't seem like there was a whole lot of static sag, eh? So I am now curious. Anyone know what stiction is? Something sticks. So if I pull this up, does it drop down? When I push it down, does it stick? So, is grease an everlasting product with heat? So the seals no longer have grease in them. So it is sticking. So as it's going around a corner, it's going bang, and it's not going smoothly. Stiction is a big, big problem for us going into a corner because the fork isn't smooth. It's ratcheting. And there's sudden movements and sudden changes. So I'm glad we found that. There's a video on how to fix that. Screwdriver and a tiny bit of grease on your finger. Done. Follow the video, it's gone. That also would suggest those seals might be quite old because all the grease is gone. So, it's not that old then. Take a seat. Okay. Grab the vase, feet up. Could you use some seat foam?
Yes.
Uh-huh. It's cheap. Or if he's really cheap like I was, duct tape, shop towels, and kitchen towels, and a bath towel, and then a shower towel.
The seats also had foam dug out of it.
Oh.
Yeah, well, no boil off this.
So this masochist tendency is actually present. I see. It's not private anymore. So the part there is you're all crunched up.
Yeah.
Your ankles are in the right spot, so we're good there. But again, as he comes forward, what's going to happen to his shoulders? They're going to widen. So go ahead and hold them. Just stay still. Don't move. Just relax. Are his shoulders even? No. Okay. Has the bike been crashed?
Yes.
Sit back and relax. Put the bike on the side stand for me. Go stand behind it. Can you see what happened to your bars?
I can see, yeah.
How long has it been that way? Okay, so let's check it and make sure it's perfectly straight and upright. Is it still the same? So, if the handlebars are new, where's the source of the problem? Triple clamps. It's twisted. So, if you have a wreck, the whole front end's supposed to come off. The engine's supposed to get loosened. All the shock linkage is supposed to be taken out because all that torque, because everything is an imperfect fit, because there's lots of room for the bolt to go up and down and in and out, everything twists. So you've got to take it all apart, retorque it, start over, including the steering stem nut. Most people forget that because that retains the tension in the upper part of the bike. So there's a video of when I crashed an R6 and what we did to it. That'll be very useful and helpful. Take a seat. So if you were a buddy, because he had to have this bike, and you saw that with his hands, you can tell him right away something's up. I'm not sure what, but this isn't right. One of the dangers of buying a used bike is you're not using your eyes critically, you're doing this. It's the right price, I got to get it before somebody else gets it. So go with somebody. When they sit on the bike, do you see this? See that? You see this? It's amazing what you'll see just by simply using your eyes. And then you can guide that person as to whether it's a good sale or not. For all the service history of the bike's there, that's great. But when there's something wrong like that, why is it wrong? Did this bike get dropped? No. Let's go. All right, brakes on. Hold the balance. 100 exactly, sit up straight. 460. What are the numbers? 30 in the front. What's in the back? It's a lot, eh? Now in this bike, in this instance, what year is it?
2001.
Think the shock's ever been serviced? It's not a popular pastime in New Zealand, apparently. Forks, all day long. Absolutely 100%. All day long. Those, I didn't know it could be serviced, is the honest answer that I get 9 times out of 10. I don't know if it can. The manual says no. Well, get a second opinion. Yeah, I can service that. Oh. Ask. Don't sit there in the dark and just keep suffering and get beaten. Ask the question. Do you service shocks? Is it serviceable? Can you make it serviceable? Yeah. Okay. Because that type of shock gets thrown away. You could have a bucket of them for nothing and just get one serviced, swap it, and now you've got 8 to 10,000 Ks to get that ready for the next swap. Would you be willing to do that? So, dismount. So number one investment has to be that, just for his comfort alone. Pass or fail. Stop laughing. Laugh at me, not him. Pass or fail. Now, take a step back. Before we go to the next decision that you verbally enunciate to me with great enthusiasm. How was that oil? Is this a classic 1960s lava lamp that we are seeing before us? Not quite, but it's not far away, is it? So remember we said, somebody, I can't remember who said, should you be checking it hot? That was you. Good. So you are getting your own personal answer. Now, if you watch carefully, watch the exhaust tips, they shake. Lots of things are vibrating because the oil is struggling to get through and then it goes pop. So, do I have a damping screw on that? I do. Where are we? He has 0 rebound damping whatsoever. 22 clicks is the maximum range. So, if I put it at 12, what should it look like now? Well, you should go get a sandwich, come back, and it's still coming up. But is it? So this is that step back and test and look. There's no difference, is there? So, while he is being stressed and apparently a racehorse jockey of immense proportions, all crammed in on that bike, can we make him more comfortable? Now, is that more linear in its rising rate? There's no shaking, is there? So that's better. And it's probably going to be a lot better. I'll have to phrase this carefully. Your shock on the chrome is at 100% clean. If I turn that damping screw in a lot, which I did, what's that going to help with? It's going to take a lot longer to get down there. So, a little bit of grease, go for a ride, where'd it go? If it goes to bottom, then he has to get a special tool or come back and have somebody fix it. Because we have a little bit of room here, you may have to take all that room up, but only so much because you don't want that punch in the middle of the corner, and see if you can fix it. And if you can't, got to service it. And while it's apart, the spring's already off. Get a stronger spring. Fix 2 for 1 when you can, because that's only 1 labor cost. Does that make sense? So in this case, got the damping right, seams right on the spring tension, front, a lot of stiction, but the forks have to come apart anyway for a service because there's oil shot. So labor-wise, we just shortened everything up into a couple of jobs, saved a bunch of money by knowing exactly what we want, and then getting the job done.